This is what the assembly line looked like back in the first couple of weeks of October 2019. There were assemblers at stations alongside a conveyor belt, and the first assembler would do a certain task and then set it on the belt, and it would go to the second person. They would pull it, do a task, so on and so forth, and at the end they would put the units on pallets. They would roll the pallet over into this shipping area here to go out the door. We started thinking about going to single cell assembly, so we gathered a couple of desks to try that theory out. This was actually the first desk where we tried single cell and timed it. We did decide to go ahead and switch over to single cell assembly, so we started that process and started getting things organized and cleaned out, ready for that to begin. Started pulling out these testing racks, just getting everything out of the way, getting things labeled, labeling and organizing the owner's manuals, everything that we needed to move forward. This is what defects look like. They were about ready to box, and a lot of the honeycombs were glued on incorrectly. So we're having to rework, so all these that are laid over are having to be re-honeycombed, which means taking the shell off, popping the honeycomb out, getting the glue out, and then re-gluing the honeycomb, screw the shell back on, and start again. Defects, deadly waste. We decided right after that episode that it was time to put a stop to all of the waste, all the overprocessing, wasted motion, wasted time, you name it, all the waste. We decided to go ahead and rip the conveyor belt out that very next business day. And so here you see the guys getting that out of the assembly area for us. At this point, we had compiled a list of the things that we would need at each workstation, and those John had placed an order for those things, but we decided to make do with what we had until those came in. So here you're seeing the first single cell workstation with all of the components to make a G3 unit here, with bins labeled and the tools that you need at each station. And then here we are making this work, waiting on our other stations, but everybody busy. With this setup, we had the carts. Jeremiah and John made carts for the assemblers, so each product type, each unit type that we make has its own cart, and the assemblers produce each unit from start to finish and set them in those carts, and then the carts are rolled over to shipping so they can go straight out the door. So we made major improvements with wasted motion and overprocessing. But here you see that, everybody's on a separate task individually, knocking out lots of different products at the same time. Once we received all the workstations and tubs, we took it a step farther and color-coded each station. So here you're looking at the G3 1000 station. Everything's color coded with green, so that, for instance, if any of the tools happen to wander off from that station, you would know where to put them back. So everything there is green, including the back of the cart where the units are assembled into. The red station here, the 3000s. This is where we build the extremes here. We were still waiting on parts for the Pro station at that time. The purple station is the Indux. So every station has everything that you need to build that unit, from components to tools. On the pallet racks behind these stations are all the parts that go into those bins. This is bipolar station. Again, at that time we were waiting for some pieces for the desk, but laser. And the APCO station here, the orange station. Build APCOs, bulb APCOs, make replacement APCOs, all there. This is the iAdapt station, it's yellow.